Well, this is something I didn't expect to wake up to and see today, folks. We all knew that WrestleMania 42, next year's WrestleMania, is being held again in New Orleans. Well, that's what we thought. But now, WrestleMania 42 pulled from New Orleans. Everything we know so far. LA will no longer, New Orleans, LA will no longer host WrestleMania 42, and another city has made an offer. WrestleMania 42 will no longer be held in New Orleans, Louisiana, and another potential host city is understood to have made a significant bid for the event. Who is it going to be? WrestleNomics broke this bombshell Mania story earlier today, having received a statement from the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. Instead of hosting WrestleMania, they will now get Money in the Bank instead, with Mania coming to the city another year. The Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation and New Orleans & Company are working closely with our friends at TKO to expand our long-standing partnership, which will include UFC 318 on July 19th, 2025, Money in the Bank next year, and WrestleMania, which will move from the currently scheduled 2026 timeframe to a future year. So who's it going to be then? There was no word on which city would replace New Orleans as WrestleMania 42's host at the time of writing, but Andrew Baydala reports that Show of Shows was moved because of a new significant bid and other significant issues. And as we look down a little bit down, folks, it does actually looks like that it's gonna be Vegas again. Incentives. This is what they're doing. Right, let's just read on. Site fees have become a prioritized revenue source for WWE over the last few years, with prospective host cities offering to pay the market-leading wrestling promotion in exchange for major events. WWE is believed to have received $5 million from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority for WrestleMania 41. Oh, guys, come over here. You can host your event here. You can make millions, but we're going to give you $5 million if you come here. Yeah, this is what it is. It happens with movie productions as well. When you get tax breaks and you get money off, if you use like locally sourced things, you get to keep a lot more money. So obviously this is what's going to be happening, and it wouldn't surprise me if Vegas is the one who does it again. Beyond guesswork, whatever happens next is unknown. Fightful Select reports that every employee, staff and talent was shocked by the announcement, though talent specifically were largely unfazed. Several wrestlers the outlet spoke to said they hadn't even started to think about next year's Mania. Well, obviously they're not going to. It is only May. WrestleMania has literally just finished just over a month ago, so they are going to be like, yeah, what do we do? You got to think further. You got Money in the Bank, you got SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and all the other shows coming up. Within the wrestling industry, Fightful reports immediate frustration, with sources indicating that WrestleCon had already signed a venue contract for New Orleans. Ooh. Some companies are now working to find out WrestleMania 42's new location. Yeah, that would probably be the biggest pain in the ass for a lot of people, is that the people who go to these WrestleCons, the one in Vegas when it was WrestleMania weekend, it was insane. Everyone was like, you couldn't move, it was too busy. Everyone was there, and supposedly, which more than likely, everyone made a lot of money. But if we take a look around the web and we look at WrestleMania for next year, I'd say this is for the independent here in the UK. WrestleMania 42 moved from New Orleans with shock replacement venue lined up. And it says by here that the front runner is Vegas. The event was a major success for WWE by many metrics, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. 65,000 seater venue every single night. Those reports followed WrestleNomics' initial article on New Orleans no longer hosting it. They said the city is due to host a professional wrestling mega show in the future, but it did not specify which year yet. And obviously, with Las Vegas, everything just seemed to be really expensive because of where it is, and everyone was like, yeah, this is it. Absolutely nuts. It's going to be interesting to see which city does get WrestleMania. Obviously, coming from the UK, I would love to see it here in the UK, which we have had inklings from Triple H that it could be hosted in London in the next couple of years. That's because of the working relationship that he currently has with Mr. Khan, the London mayor, and all this stuff. If it did ever come to the UK, I would have to go to it because it's WrestleMania, And that would be like a once-in-a-lifetime thing for someone here in the UK. But yeah, it's interesting to see that WrestleMania, that is no longer in New Orleans. And to be honest with you, I actually like the stadium that it normally is in there. You know, you had Hulk Hogan, we're here at the Superdome, you know, and all this kind of stuff, which is amazing in WrestleMania 30. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Let us know down below, folks, where do you think it's going to be held? Do you think Vegas is going to get it, or do you think it's going to be somewhere else completely? Let us know down below, and I'll see you soon.